to some degree on long-term exhibition because those exhibitions were developed with the Teachers Council and speaks to the school curriculum. For the remaining square footage, we do almost entirely temporary exhibitions, which change a lot.
Okay, cool.
And some of those exhibitions, or a lot of the exhibitions actually, are either from our collection or inspired by our collection.
Okay, got it. And so now I have a couple questions for you. How did you originally come into your position as director?
Like many people in my generation, with sheer luck. My background is in studio art, and at the time when I went to school, there was no such thing as museum studies or exhibit design or any of that kind of thing. So I just ended up volunteering in the community, and through that I ended up in the museum, and I liked it a lot, and I started first volunteering, and then they started to hire more staff, and I got a job here.
Great. So could you describe what exactly your role is as the director?
My role is chiefly exhibition design. And that's really how I kind of have worked my career up in the museum. But it has also expanded to gathering the exhibition schedule, making the budget for the exhibitions, and managing my departmental staff.
Okay. How long have you been working at the Bruce Museum?
32 years.
Oh, wow. That's very impressive. And what is your annual salary, if you don't mind me asking?
I do mind you asking.
Okay, no problem at all.
You can ask a range if you like.
That's okay, don't worry.
Yes.
How often do you work during the week?
Every day. 5 days a week.
Okay, and what are your hours?
9 to 5, but in a museum that doesn't end there.
Okay. And then how are you involved with the exhibits specifically?
Either myself or my colleague, we have two exhibition designers, myself and my colleague. We will work with the curators and the education staff, from the exhibition inception through the development phase and until, it becomes an installation.
Okay. And so what really goes into choosing which exhibits you put on? Because I noticed on the website that there are some that are monthly or every couple months, and then some that are permanent.
Yeah, well, the permanent I already described to you. That is a natural history exhibit that speaks to the school curriculum from pre-K basically through about 6th grade. The temporary exhibitions change roughly every 3 months or so, and all the museum staff that's involved in developing exhibitions meets monthly and brings ideas to the table and presents them to the director, and finding upon the director's approval, the exhibitions then get developed. We also schedule the exhibitions so that, A, we have a balance for all the various audiences, as well as a financial consideration. If we have a bunch of ideas of shows that are expensive, we have to stretch it out. We can't do all really expensive shows all in 1 year. And then one of the major considerations is, which audience does a show address, and at which time is it best put. So it's kind of, a lot of moving pieces that have to be put in place.
Okay, got it. And then could you explain a little bit about what you're doing with the current Olympics exhibit?
Right now, we're in the design and pre-production phase. The show deals it's a two-part show. The main show deals with the five original Olympic sports as they were conceived in ancient Greece, and are still practiced in the modern Olympics. And that's boxing, wrestling, foot races, javelin, discus. And some of them together form a pentathlon. But for the main exhibit, we're dealing with an art aspect, how these various disciplines are portrayed, both in ancient objects like Greek vases and things like that, as well as more contemporary art, let's say late 19th and 20th century art. And then we have in each category a featured athlete who was outstanding, either a record holder or just an outstanding athlete. So, for instance, we have Jesse Owens for the running section, and Bruce Baumgartner in the wrestling section, and so forth. And then the smaller of the two rooms deals with interactive things and the science of sport and how an athlete prepares to become an athlete.
Great. And do you think this will draw a lot of attention from maybe a different kind of audience or anything specific?
I think we're expected that these two shows combined will speak to all of our audiences, because it's written on multiple levels. There's a lot of stuff to do and to touch and to experiment, and then lots of really beautiful things to see. So, and there's a lot of technology in the show as well.
Okay, great. And then I have one more question. So what are your future plans with the Bruce Museum? Are you planning on working for much longer, or do you have any special exhibits coming up?
I'm hoping to be able to work much longer yet. I feel by no means ready to retire. As strange as it might seem to you, but I'm hoping that I can work at least another 10 years.
Great, that's great. And then just one last quick question. Do you know how many people visit the museum every day?
Not every day, and that varies a little bit. It's seasonal, it has to do with weather and so forth. I can get the annual number is approximately 80,000.
Okay, wow, great. And then were you able to find the mission statement, or?
Yeah, hang on just a second.
Great.
Here. The Bruce Museum promotes the understanding and appreciation of art and science to enrich the lives of all people.
Wow, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's about it. So I just wanted to thank you again for doing this interview. It's very, very helpful.
Good. Good luck with your project.
Thank you.
I hope you ace it.
Great. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.